Okay, welcome everybody to our Radiate and Rise collective frequency training take two. And we're so excited to have you all here today. Thank you for tuning in and happy Thanksgiving to all of yous over yonder in the US that are celebrating Happy Turkey Day. So, and as Malek just said, some people may still have turkey hangovers. So Christmas is looming up on us, and we're at the end of November. Wow, it's amazing that this year has just flown by so fast. So, what we have for you today is something really, really exciting, and I'm sure and know that you will get so much value out of today's training session. So, first up, we have the amazing Malek is going to talk to you and share about a simple duplicatable system that he's put together for us rising stars and how we can make things more duplicatable, simple, and not coming from a salesy point of view, and how we can grow our audience and do simple daily tasks and his simple system. And I won't go into it too much. He's got an amazing system set up here for everybody to be able to lock into and start rising and shining. So really excited about that, Malek. And we have the gorgeous Michelle today also sharing with us some amazing information on how you can benefit your presence in your social media by using Chat GPT and giving everything your flavor. So when you start using Chat GPT, you can form like a really friendship around what you're about and what you do, and then it writes everything in your own style. And so you can take a post, and Michelle's going to show you how you can transform that into your own flavor, so you're not copycatting, basically. So if there's a not so nice a word to use, but you get the picture. So thanks, Michelle. This is really amazing. She's also going to show us around the Radiate and Rise Facebook group that we have and is growing, and we are getting closer to 100 members by the day. I think we're only now about 18 members off 100. So woohoo, keep sharing and let's keep growing. And I'm going to hand it over to Malek now. Thank you, Malek. All yours.
All right. Thank you so much for that introduction, Angel Rose. And I'm always excited to be here with the Radiate and Rise Collective. And just like Angel said, what we're going to be talking about tonight is simple ways that you can actually share this opportunity in a way where you don't have to feel like a salesperson. And I know that that's one of the biggest hangups that most people have when they deal with this type of opportunity. So let me go ahead and pull up my notes so that we can get into it. And hopefully you guys will get some value from this training here. So let me go ahead and get this thing pulled up and let's get into it. So what we're going to be talking about is how you can actually share without selling, right? So the title is called Share, Don't Sell, the simple social media system that anyone can duplicate. So welcome, Radiate and Rise fam. Tonight, we're going to be breaking down the simplest, most beginner-friendly process for sharing on social media without selling, without pressure, and without feeling like a salesperson. Because let's face it, most people hate sales, but we don't sell in Oli Life or Oli Nation or with Radiate and Rise. We share products and experiences that are helping us, and people naturally become curious. So this system is easy, duplicatable, and it's already helping team members rank up. So I also want to congratulate one of our members that just ranked up, named Lou. She just became a 1-star in the company, and she's been following exactly what we've been talking about in the training. And it's simple, duplicatable, and for people who are coachable, if you follow this system, it will help you to get consistent results without having to feel like a salesperson on social media. So last week, we talked a little bit about curiosity marketing. And it's one of the best ways that you can show up without looking like a salesperson. The only thing that you have to do is share your experience And by sharing your story, that's what's really going to have people gravitate towards you. Like we always talk about, you don't have to know all of the science behind the technology and all of the devices. You don't have to be an expert in PEMF or terahertz. The only thing that you have to do is develop a story, share your results, and share your lifestyle moments. And that's really what's going to attract people to you on social media without mentioning the names of the products, without labeling yourself to the company or anything like that, right? Because in most cases, when you're always, using the company name, maybe there's someone else that's already in the company that they may know that they may reach out to, or they might find some, bad research online. So I always like to stay away from using the name of the companies or anything like that. And why? Because curiosity pulls people in while selling pushes people away. And I always tell people that just one of the common philosophies for people is that they hate to be sold, but they love to buy, right? Imagine yourself going to a car dealership and you already know exactly what car you want to buy. You want to go buy that Ferrari. And then you get to the car lot, and then the person is trying to get you to go buy like a Toyota, Celica or something like that, right? You already know exactly what you're looking for, but this guy's trying to sell you on something, right? And people hate to be sold, but they love to buy. If someone wants to buy that Ferrari, there's no questions asked. They're going to go to the car dealership and they're just going to go ahead and purchase that Ferrari, you guys. So you always have to remember that people love to buy, but they hate to be sold. So as soon as you come off in a way where you're kind of feeling salesy, that's a big turnoff for people, and it really repels people versus attracting them to what you're promoting. So one of the examples of a curiosity post that you can give, right, is that you could say, I just finished my morning routine. This little device is crazy for energy. Day 5, and I finally slept like a baby. Traveling again, thanks to this online income stream, right? So in this example right here, you can see that I'm talking about the device, but I don't mention the name, but I said that it's crazy for energy. So for people that are looking for energy, that may get them excited, but they're curious at the same time. I said day 5, and I finally slept like a baby. So that hits a pain point for people who may be dealing with sleep issues and different things like that. Traveling again, thanks to this online income, lets you know that the person is actually generating some income with this opportunity as well. So this is a very, very simple, short example of how you can use a curiosity post and how it can hit pain points at the same time while delivering a powerful message and creating curiosity that will cause someone to reach out to you to get some more information about what you're doing here with Holy Life. And one other example I wanted to give is just a post that I just did about 3 hours ago. And you can see that this is a curiosity post where I'm talking about the live event that's going to be happening in Anaheim. So it says 41 days until history is made. So I'm talking about the momentum, how my team is exploding and different things like that. I'm talking about how we went from pre-launch and we're moving into the official launch into America, right? Then I'm also talking about how people are ranking up, they're earning residual income without any monthly fees or auto ships. Now, that part right there usually hits some type of pain points, but it's also creating curiosity. I said our PMF power wellness technology is helping the body activate its natural healing abilities, right? So it talks a little bit about PMF so people know that it's a powerful technology, but at the same time, it doesn't mention any product names. It doesn't mention the name of the company. It just creates curiosity. And this is what causes people to have to reach out to you to ask for more information. So curiosity marketing is one of the best ways that you can generate leads on social media, and you don't have to feel like a salesperson. Now, I could have put a picture here where I could have said kickoff event or something and made it super promotional, right? And guess what? If I would have did something like that, it probably wouldn't have got this type of engagement. You can see that I already have over 38 people that like this post already. And the whole key to generating leads is that the more engagement that you get on the post, the more opportunity that you have to generate leads. So that's why I don't have any call to action on this post, because this is just a pure curiosity post driven to get people to reach out to me for more information. And also, I can build my list off of this post and I can use scripts like we talked about last week to actually see if they're open to watching a 5-minute video about what I'm doing with this opportunity, right? So that's a quick example. And the next thing I want to talk about is actually building a list, because building a list is very, very important. And I know that a lot of times people are on social media and they get excited when they generate a few leads and they kind of forget to even track the people that they're really talking to. So this is a big mistake that most newbies make. They post, people ask questions, they reply, but they never track who they even spoke with. Building a list is your gold mine. And you can use Google Sheets, you can use Excel, or even just a notes app on your phone. That's pretty much what I use. And then what you want to track is you want to track the name of the person that you've been in contact with. You want to, talk, maybe mention a platform if they're on Facebook, IG, etc., and what they asked about. And then you want to also track when you sent the info. So follow-ups are very, very important, but you can't even do follow-ups if you're not really building a list. This is something that's really essential. And when I started to track the people that I was speaking to, and I started building a list and I started to follow up, this is when I started to have true success inside of all of the business opportunities that I've been doing for the last several years. So I know that some people, when they hear about list building, they think that you're talking about paid ads, running traffic, and building a list that way. But even if you're purely on social media and you're just doing curiosity posts, you're making content, and you have people that are reaching out or you're sending scripts to people that way, you always want to make sure that you're tracking all of those steps so that you can actually keep, your follow-up going. And remember that the fortune is always going to be in the follow-up, and that's where most of the money is made. So what I'm going to do really quick is I'm just going to switch over to my phone just so I can show you an example of how I'm actually building my list so that you can kind of see how you can actually build your list, even if you're on social media, so that you can keep track of your prospects, so that you can, do a follow-up. And I'm also going to teach you guys some really soft follow-ups so that you can be a human first and a marketer second, because a lot of times when people think about follow-up, they think that they need to reach back and pitch, or they need to see, if they're ready to get started. But that's not actually the way that you want to follow up. So we'll get into that in just a second here. So let me see if I can share my phone really quick. Let's see. Okay. So it looks like I'm sharing. All right, so if you look here, you guys can see that this is just a regular notepad. I'm just kind of like average Joe. I'm not a techie person or anything like that, but I track everything that I do inside of my business, right? So you can see if I needed to send people a website, anything, my calendar, all of that stuff is there. If somebody is a brand new sign up, I have the new member information that I send people right after they get started. And also I have all of the key videos here, even though we're using onlynation.team website now. But even if you needed to use any of these individual videos, it's always good to have them right there in case you need to flick them over to people, right? But the main thing I want to talk about right now is actually building a list, right? You can see I have a list of my team members. I have all that stuff. I have a list of power players, leaders, different things like that. From the launch that I just did, I had a list for that, right? But this is all my lead list from when I first got started and I started to build my business, right? Now, if you pay attention to the top of the list, you'll notice that almost every single person at the top of the list has joined. Why? Because I was following up with those people, right? Even Michelle, who's on the call right now, she's one of the first people that got started with me in this opportunity, but I had to follow up with Michelle several times before she got started, right? So you always want to make sure that you're tracking the people that you're talking to and that you're going through the system, doing soft follow-ups, just seeing how people are doing and seeing where they're at. And you can see that I track everything, who people are joining, where they're at in the process, what script that I sent them, and look how long my list is, right? It's a very long list, right? Because you have to realize that you always have to be building your list and you always have to be building up your pipeline. Then I have little arrows pointing down from like the date that I had did that follow-up and when I stopped and different things like that, so that everything is always constantly being tracked. If I sent them the Oli Nation link, you'll see it says Oli Nation sent. If they're not interested and I need to take them off my list, I put that they're not interested, right? So you always want to be tracking what you're doing because this is how you're gonna, build a real business. So I'm just showing you guys this so that you can understand that this is one of the secrets to success is just building a list. And even if your list is small, even if you only have a list of 20 people and you are following up with that list, once you follow up a couple of times, it increases, the percentage of people getting started with you. Most people are not just going to watch a 5-minute video and just get started with you. But if you follow up and you go through the process, you get them in a situation where you can get them on a private call. That's the objective. But you can see here that you have to be building a list and you always want to be added to it, right? So let me go ahead and stop the share on this. All right. So let me get back to the rest of this training. So building a list is something that's very, very important, you guys. And if you're not building a list, then you're basically just like throwing darts in the dark, right? And, follow up with people. And once you follow up 5 times or more, the conversions actually increase to 80%. So most people stop after one follow up. And that's the reason why they might not have the conversions that they're looking for. So after you build your list and you follow up at least 5 times, your conversion rates can go all the way up to 80%, which is a staggering number if you really pay attention to that. So the next thing that we're going to talk a little bit about is a soft follow-up, right? So let's say that you've already sent someone some information and different things like that, right? Now, a way that you can do a soft follow-up is to always be a human first and be a marketer second, okay? Because people never like to, smell commission breath. And if you're jumping in someone's inbox and you're like eager to get a sell or something like that, it's really going to push people away versus attracting them to what you're doing. So here's one example of a soft follow-up. Hey, name, I hope that everything is going well. How are you doing? Right? This is the type of soft follow-up that I normally do when I reach out to people because everyone loves to be thought of. Like when you just reach out to see how things are going, how they're doing, different things like that, and you genuinely want to see how someone's doing, then they tend to respond, and then you can get a little conversation going, build a little bit of rapport. Like, how's your family? How's work? How was your weekend? Simple stuff like that. Just being a human first and being a marketer second. And once you go through that, you don't have to like build rapport for super long or anything like that. But once you've gone through a little bit of rapport and you just were a human first, the next thing that you can do in the second part of the follow-up is you can just say, awesome. Glad to hear that things are going good. I know how busy life can get, so I wanted to follow up to see if you had time to watch the 5-minute video. And one thing that you'll notice is that even if you sent someone the video, you might have sent it to them at a bad time. Maybe they were cooking dinner for the family or something like that, and they genuinely forgot to watch the video. Sometimes the first follow-up could be just you getting the person to actually watch the 5-minute video that you sent them in the first place. Because we live in a society right now where it's like a literal rat race and people barely have time for anything. But that's the reason why a 5-minute video is the perfect way to pique someone's interest. And if you just be a human first and a marketer second, it's going to really increase, your conversations and how you can actually move your business forward as well. So after you've done that soft follow-up, and once you've got them to actually watch some information, the next step would be for you to get them in a 3-way chat and always edify your upline. And this is something that is very simple to do. This is something that Michelle and I have been doing for several years. And that's the reason why our conversion rates are really, really high, probably about 85 to 90%, because we follow the same strategy that I'm teaching you guys right now in this training. So after they watch the video, the next thing that you want to do is add them to a 3-way chat with your upline. Why? Because it takes all of the pressure off of you. Now you just need to edify your upline, tell them a little bit about the person that they're going to be speaking with so that they kind of understand that this person is like an authority figure and they're going to be able to help them get some results and that they're amazing at breaking this stuff down in a simple way, right? So once you do that and you let your upline lead, this is how you're going to actually get more results and it's going to move you faster, along the line. So the goal is to actually just let your upline get ready to book that three-way call, and then you'll watch your closing rate go up to about 90%, which is one of the biggest secrets inside of duplication, you guys. So it's really not that hard. It's really just about creating some content that generates leads, creates curiosity. From there, make sure that you're actually building your list, tracking the people that you're talking to, soft follow up. And we're going to provide these same soft follow up scripts after this training so that you can implement this. And also, Michelle is going to teach you how you can actually put your own touch on some of these soft follow up scripts that we're going to be giving you and different things like that. And then from there, just get them into a three-way chat, edify your upline, book the call. And this is a simple strategy that anyone can follow without feeling like a salesperson and something that's very, very easy to duplicate as well. So you really don't need to be a salesperson, all right? And you don't really need to know everything. The only thing that you really need to do is generate influence, right? If you could generate a little bit of curiosity, you don't really need to be a huge influencer, but you can have some influence, right? And all that you need to do is simply share your experience, track your prospects, follow up softly, use three-way chats, and leverage the Zooms. So tonight before bed, start tracking your list. By tomorrow, reach out to 5 people using this soft script and let's build your momentum fast. So with that, I'm going to pass it back to Miss Angel Rose, and we're going to get into the second part of this training for tonight.
Thanks, Malek. That was amazing. Are you going to pop that in our group so that people can refer to that?
Absolutely. I'll pop it in the group. I have it on PDF so that people can follow it. And then also we'll provide those scripts so that people can use those. And Michelle will be going over some other ways that people can even put their own flavor onto it. So we'll definitely
Yeah,
provide all that for Radiate Rise.
grateful. That's amazing. Thank you so much. And I'm sure that
Welcome.
everybody would have gained some amazing tips and tricks out of that, um, sharing that amazing knowledge with us. Thank you so much. And, even myself, I've been in the industry a long time. You always learn new things all the time. So thank you so much. Michelle, are you ready, girlfriend?
I am ready.
Ah.
Kingsley is on my computer. Can you guys hear me? He's been putting his head on the computer and touching buttons and all kinds of stuff. So, oh
Hi,
my God.
Kingsley.
Okay, you
Cute.
guys can see my screen. That's good. Okay, so I want to talk today about just a little bit about ChatGPT and how amazing this app is, you guys. She literally knows me like inside out. I do what's called repurposing posts. So what I'll do is I'll find somebody's post that I like, and let me give you an example. And a good place to find really good content post is in the juicing chat that we're all a part of, the Awakening Juicing chat. So let's go to one of these. And okay, let's just grab Karen's. Let's see what Karen's is like. No, it's a reel. Oops, sorry, guys. I don't want a reel. I want like a post. I want a post. Actually, let's go to Malek's. So we'll go to Malek's post and I'm going to copy it. I'm going to go back over to ChatGPT. Now, ChatGPT already knows my flavor, knows I'm frequency, I'm flowy, I'm alignment, vibration, energy. radiate and rise, paradigm shift kind of person. And so I'm just going to paste that in there. And then I'm going to say, please put in radiate and rise theme. Okay, here's a tightened, more magnetic version that keeps your fire but adds polish and punch. So this is actually Malek's post repurposed in my flavor with Radiate and Rise. Um, right here. So here's Malek's 41 days until history is made. Momentum is exploding. We're officially 41 days out from the Anaheim kickoff event, and everything is accelerating. As we shift from pre-launch into the official American launch, something powerful is unfolding. People are ranking up, earning real residual income, and doing it without monthly fees, without auto ships, and without pressure. Our PEMF powered frequency wellness technology is activating the body's natural healing abilities, and the stories, the transformations, the goosebumps at every live event, next level. Nothing compares to traveling, learning, and rising with leaders who feel like family. Anaheim is going to be unforgettable, a celebration of momentum, breakthroughs, and the beginning of a new era for all of us. Okay, now here's the Radiate and Rise theme. 41 days until we radiate and rise together. The momentum right now, it's electric. We're 41 days away from Anaheim, and the energy in this community is expanding faster than ever. I get goosebumps reading what ChatGPT repurposes for me, you guys. When you have goosebumps, you know you're onto something. As we move from pre-launch into the official American launch, something beautiful is happening. Women and families are rising. Leaders are unlocking new ranks. Income is flowing with ease, and it's all happening without monthly fees, without auto ships, and without pressure. Just alignment, just frequency, just flow. Our PEMF powered frequency technology is helping the body remember how to heal, reset, and come back into coherence. And the stories, transformations, and reunions at every live event have been pure magic. There's nothing like traveling, learning, laughing, and growing side by side with people who feel like soul family. Anaheim is going to be a portal, a celebration of momentum, breakthroughs, nervous system peace, and a whole new era for all of us in Radiate and Rise. The countdown begins now. Let's rise together. Now, see how that is more of me sharing what's on my heart, sharing what I feel, rather than just giving people information. Now, here's what ChatGPT does. If you want it more poetic, more punchy, or more mystical, I can shift the tone. So let's do more punchy. Let's see what ChatGPT comes up with more punchy. And at the beginning, it's not going to know your flavor. So you can literally say, add more flow, add more frequency, add more zest, add more energy to this post. I literally want it to jump off the page. I tell her that a lot. So now this is a little bit more punchy, where it's not as flowy and frequency and alignment, and it's actually shorter too. 41 days until we radiate and rise in Anaheim. The countdown is officially on, and the momentum right now is unreal. Every day, someone new is leveling up, earning income, and stepping into their power, all without fees, without auto ships, without pressure, just results, just alignment. We're shifting from pre-launch into the official American launch, and you can feel the frequency building. Our PEMF power tech is helping bodies reset, recover, and rise, and the stories coming in, next level. Every live event has been packed with breakthrough, sisterhood, and that, oh my gosh, this is happening energy. Radiate and Rise is on fire, and Anaheim is where it all converges. This isn't just another event, it's a launch, a turning point, a moment we'll look back on and say, that's when everything shifted. 41 days, let's rise. All right, let's go do another one. We'll use Malek because Malek's good at this. All right. He did lose, congratulations. So let's just say I didn't know how to do my own, and I want to come over here and I'm going to say, please rewrite the following.
Just while Michelle's popping that in, you can also ask your assistant in ChatGPT to create forms and things as well. So you'll be able to use what Malek has shared and put that into a form in version in ChatGPT to help you as well.
Oh, you mean for building the list?
Yeah.
Oh, that's fabulous. Yeah, ChatGPT actually helped me get Onyx an antibiotic from the vet without spending $1,000. Okay, so now it wants me to drop the text, so I'm going to drop the text. And I asked her to rewrite it with the following flow and frequency. So here's Malek's again in Malek's language, and then here it is in my language. Big congratulations to our new one star. Nothing makes me happier than seeing our awakening family elevate, grow, and shine. Today, we're celebrating a powerful new one-star rank earned through consistency, coachability, and a true passion for helping others improve their health and energy. This is just the beginning. More breakthroughs, more testimonies, more lives impacted. Let's show some love in the comments and keep the momentum rising. Oh, that was Malek's. Sorry. Here is mine. A new one star has risen. There's a special kind of magic that happens when someone aligns with their yes. And today we get to celebrate that frequency in motion. A massive congratulations to our newest one star, a leader who showed up with consistency, openness, and a genuine desire to help others feel better, live brighter, and rise higher. This isn't just a rank, it's an activation, a signal that more breakthroughs, more testimonies, and more lives touched are already on the way. Drop some love in the comments and help amplify this moment, because when one of us rises, we all rise. Radiate and Rise is thriving. The frequency is winning. I also do, like, say I want to do a congratulations. Okay, so I would say, write me a welcome post for Angela, please. Been online friends for over 5 years. Super sassy, smart, beautiful, online success magnet. Everything she touches turns to gold. I'm honored she said yes after plugging in, doing some research, and witnessing testimonies. Excited to see what unfolds.
Thanks, Michelle.
From here on out. Okay, so that I just gave ChatGPT some ideas of what the welcome post I wanted inside of it. So now this is what ChatGPT came up with. And if I don't like it, I can ask her to remove some stuff. I can ask her to add stuff. I can ask her to put it more flowy. Help me welcome Angela to Radiate and Rise. This one feels extra special. Angela and I have been online friends for over 5 years, and from day one, she's been that woman. Super sassy, smart, stunning, and an online success magnet. Honestly, everything she touches turns to gold. So when she plugged in, did her research, read the testimonies, felt the frequency, and then said, yes, I was honored, truly. Angela, I'm so excited to watch what unfolds from here. You're stepping into a community that matches your fire, your brilliance, and your momentum. This chapter is going to be powerful. Let's rise. Drop some love below and help me welcome her in. That's a really good one, Angela. Anyway, a lot of people like my post, and they've really gotten really good since I've used ChatGPT. So, you guys, I really highly recommend, if you see a piece of content that you like, grab it, copy it, bring it over here, put it in your own flavor, and do up your post. And then after you do your post, you're going to grab the link. I did lose link, and I use ChatGPT for lose too, I believe. But you're going to click the share button. You're going to click messenger. No, you're not going to click messenger. You're going to copy the link. Facebook is always messing with me. You're going to go to our Awakening Juicing chat, and you're going to put the link in here. Love some comments and love for my new 1-star Lou. And the sooner you do this to the time you post, the more engagement it's going to get, the more Facebook is going to look at this and say, oh, this must be a valuable post. Let me expand the reach. And they will expand the reach to the people's who comment, their friends and their following. And then it will just grow. And that's honestly how posts become viral. Okay, so next I wanted to bring you guys into our Facebook group. The Facebook group is called Radiate and Rise. Feel free to invite your friends. This is a really good Facebook group, you guys. We could use some more members posting. Feel free to post anything you want. Like Malek said, share about your story, share your testimony, share your excitement, share your celebrations. And just, this is our community. It's not just admins posting. Sorry, I feel like I've got an animal in here. I'm hoping it's a cat. Okay. I wanted to show you guys the event section. So when you're in the Facebook group, you see featured, you see you, about, photos, events. If you click on events, I've started making events again for the Facebook group. And this is really, really powerful. You can literally share the event itself personally to anybody. You can send it through email, messenger. You just click share. You can copy the link. You can share it to a group, messenger. The individuals come up here. Or you can go into the Facebook group, into the event itself and click share. Oh, no, that's not what I want to do. Click, how do you invite from here? Manage? Invite. Okay. So you're not going to do, it's not going to show manage on yours. It'll probably have a little invite link. So if you click on the invite, mine's a little bit different because I created it. A list of your friends will come up and you can literally just invite them. Now, this is what's really cool is they won't get an invite inside their messenger. So it's not like you're being spammy or salesy or intrusive. They're going to get the event notification in their news feed. So this is just another way to show people what you're doing. Also, invite them to the Facebook group. If you click on invite, you can share the group again. You can share it to Messenger so they can get the individual invite when you invite people to the Facebook group. I always, when someone reaches out for info, I share the website, eng.olynation.team, which has got the 3 videos. It's got the products, the information, and then it's got the order form. And I let them know that there's not testimonies in there. And if they would like to see some really good, powerful testimonies, I'd love to send them an invite to the Facebook group. Just let me know. So if they said yes, then I would just send that through Messenger here, or I would copy the link and send that. But again, you can do invites from the Facebook group itself. So my suggested friends, and I'm not going to invite them, but literally you'll get a list of all your friends and you can just click invite, 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 invite. Um, and I believe it doesn't show up in their Facebook Messenger again, so it's not intrusive. They'll just get a little notification in their newsfeed, which is what we want. We want to be more like showing our storefront rather than putting it in people's faces. And say you had a person in mind, you would just put their name in here. So like, let's see, Alani's already in here. Let's see if I have an Alan. I don't have an Alan. Oh, here, Allie. And I'm not going to invite her, but I would just click invite. And then again, that invitation shows up in the messenger notification. I mean, the newsfeed notification, not inside private message. Anything else you wanted me to go over? And oh, I know. Our featured post, which is where everybody gets tagged with the same message, is right here. You guys, I really think it would be a really good idea to cruise through Radiate and Rise and just click on some buttons and get to know what it is that your prospects, your friends you're following are getting exposed to. Like, how does it look when they first come in and what are they seeing? And then that way it's easier for you to navigate how to talk to them and what they may need and stuff like that. And another thing, when you're following up, don't feel like you have to know everything. In fact, the less you know, the better you're going to look. I did so good when I didn't know anything. And I would be honest with people. I'm like, look, I'm really excited about this, but I really don't know much. Let me get you into the Facebook group. I'll tag you in this post and then we can take it from there. If you have questions, I'll connect you to my upline. He's amazing. He's super successful. He's got a huge heart. He really knows a heck of a lot more than I do. And then that way you'll get the information correctly. So here is the featured intro post. And it's really, really good, you guys. So just, I'm not going to read it now because we're running short on time, but go ahead and read it. And then what we do when we get people who want to be added, we tag them on your behalf. So Melva invited Alani. I tagged Alani on Melva's behalf. And this is the same message that everybody gets. Welcome to Radiate and Rise Collective, Alani, on behalf of Melva. So grateful your frequency aligned with ours. Divine timing never misses. Start right here with this post. Take a breath, tune in, and feel the vibration flowing through every word and video. You'll notice this space is filled with real stories and powerful transformations, living proof of what happens when your energy harmonizes, your frequency elevates, and your light expands. Explore the albums when you can. They're packed with science, stories, and soul-aligned insights from our global field of awakened leaders. And when you get a quiet moment, definitely watch the recording from our Australian sister team. It's deeply activating and will resonate if you're meant to be part of this next wave. Check your messages. I sent you a little note. And when you see this, drop a quick reply here so I know your frequency's been received. And when you guys invite people from Messenger or when you're talking to them, let them know that they're going to have questions that we'd really appreciate them answering so that we can keep out the spammers, the hackers, people that don't belong in there. And I think I'm done.